I'm like those penguins that push each other into the water to see if there's a killer whale ready to eat them. Good morning, good afternoon to everyone listening on the Owl Howl. This is episode 1, and I'd like to introduce y'all to what this show will be. Every week I'm going to be talking about any topic, anything that comes to mind. If I read an article or something, or read something on social media that interests me, I'll talk about it. They're going to be short 5 to 10 minute podcasts, so they won't take up too much of your time. So thank you for tuning in the first week. And I want to start out by saying why I started this podcast. I started this podcast because I wanted to narrate a story and animate it and make it look cool and put it on YouTube. And I narrated The Egg, which is a story, a pretty popular story, which I enjoyed. And I didn't want to wait months and months to learn how to animate to then put it on YouTube. I just wanted to, take it out immediately. So I just, I decided to just make it an MP3 file. And I was like, okay, what platform can I put this on? I can't just post it on Instagram, just audio. And I was like, wait, a podcast? If I do a podcast on Spotify, that will, that's a pretty good platform to put it on. And then I was like, wait, I could do something with this. I could actually start a podcast. And that's how the Owl Howl was born. And, okay. So let's talk about quarantine. Yeah. I'm pretty bored with quarantine. It's been way too long. School is the only thing that has been keeping me sane. And that's coming to an end in about 20 days. I don't know. It's confusing. And I remember when this all started, I was like, dang, I'm not going to go to school anymore for almost the rest of the year. And then it was the rest of the year. And now it's kind of crazy. My school's actually doing something pretty cool with the grades because I don't know how everyone else is doing it. But basically, since we ended the first half, we ended school in the exact middle of the semester. The first half, if you got a 90 in a grade in a class, and then after you're doing online learning and everything, after doing everything, if you get an 80 on there overall, your grade can't be lower than what you got in the first quarter. So your grade can't go lower than 90, which I think is pretty cool. And your grade can only go up. It can't go down. And so that actually, my teacher, she's like, don't do it if you won't get a 100, because I kind of don't want to grade your crappy work. So I was like, say no more. And yeah, she's actually really cool. She's my chemistry teacher, and I'm gonna miss her once this is all over. And I've been going kind of crazy in quarantine. I don't really know what to talk about at times, so I'm just doing a podcast. This is probably kind of stupid. I don't really know. This is kind of driving me crazy, just being here alone. I'm in my room right now recording this alone in the house. It's kind of like there's no one hearing me except for the listener, which hopefully this goes higher, more viewers throughout the months, because I'm going to be doing this for a while. My mom, she's been going kind of crazy in quarantine. She has been going on a painting frenzy, where I think she started out by painting the porch bench. It was blue. And then she was like, the next day I'm going to paint the actual porch, like the side. And she painted that, which is like a tannish white. And then when she finished with that, which took a few days, I was like, you should probably paint the floor. And I was jokingly saying that. And then she took it seriously and painted the floor of the porch. And I don't know. That describes anyone going crazy. I don't even know. It's just crazy. And, this is May 11th, Monday. Yesterday was Mother's Day. So, shout out to all the good mothers. I'm going to say good mothers because I have two close friends that don't have the best moms, but they still have a smiling face. So I love them both. They're great. I want to keep them in my life for a while, for a long time. And yesterday, Mother's Day, it actually made me realize how quarantine is coming to an end, even though it probably shouldn't, because there are more people on the streets. There are more people out and about. And I guess they're just kind of done with quarantine. They kind of just were like, frick it, I need to go out. I need to go out now. And personally, I kind of want to stay inside until like a second wave comes or something. I don't know if there's going to be a second wave, but I guess I'm kind of like, I'm like those penguins that push each other into the water to see if there's a killer whale ready to eat them. Just gotta be sure, testing the waters. I don't want to go out and then get infected. And actually, when I go to the store, I don't really know how to act, because I get close to someone, I feel like badness inside of me, because I'm like, I might have the virus, you might have the virus, we could ruin each other's lives, but I'm gonna need that vegan mayo, so so I'm gonna need you to get out of the way. But this quarantine has consumed me. I don't really know what I'll do once it's all over. I don't know if I'm gonna just, hey friends, let's all hang out and do a group thing, just because we couldn't. I don't know. It's kind of crazy. I've been watching a lot of Netflix, as I'm sure everyone has. I got into Grey's Anatomy, which is a show. I'm on season 11 right now. There's 16 seasons. So, I started in February, and I was like, yeah, this is a pretty good show. And I never actually expected to like it. And I guess, if you ask me right now, I would say, yeah, it's a pretty good show. I wouldn't say I love it, because I'm still not at that point. But like, the thing is, I get invested into characters. So when something bad happens to a character I like, I get affected. Like, one of my favorite characters, they had to go and they passed away, not in real life, in the show. And I cried. I was like, no, I don't want them to go. I felt really sad. And I'm not sure if I'm feeling sad because I just, am affected by these characters, or if this quarantine has been getting to me. I watched Matilda a few days ago, and I told a few friends about it. I was like, hey, I watched Matilda last night. And I kid you not, they said, what's Matilda? And I was going crazy on the inside because I thought everyone watched Matilda as a kid. And it's a pretty good show. It actually, I actually watched it because of something on social media. So I actually will tie in with, anything that I see on social media. I will make a podcast about. I'll talk about it on this podcast. And actually, hopefully one day I'll bring in guests, bring in some friends to interview or just talk with. So you're not only listening to my talky voice. And so, we're all in quarantine. So you should follow the podcast, The Owl Howl. There's a new episode every Monday. And hope you enjoyed the first episode of The Owl Howl. Follow the Instagram at The Owl Howl, where you'll get updates on what the new episode will be about. So, thank you.